Hey guys, we are back. I am now on my mage. I just wanted to give you a little demo. I know I'm Frost right now, but what we're going to do, this is again just another test. I want to check the quality. I turned the streaming output up a lot higher. I'm using a 3440 by 1440 35-inch panel. So I don't know. So I just boosted the resolution of my output quite a bit because YouTube apparently only lets you view in 480, and the last one came out blurry even though my voice came out amazing. So I'm switching to fire. For specs, for talents, I'm using Evanescence, Ice Barrier, Ice Ward. All three of those don't matter at all. What matters is Cold Snap because Double Dragon's Breath is required under Crystal. I'm using Blast Wave because it's also required. I guess for this test to be optimal, you'd use Rune of Power, but I'm not going to do that. I'm using Canter's Flow because that's actually how I play. And Prismatic Crystal is required. Now, Fire Gear. What are we looking at? Now, Fire is tricky. In order to do Fire well, you must have a ridiculous amount of crit, unless you're going to use an unused trinket, or if you're lucky enough to get one, because you know the only ones that drop are not available to casters, they're available to tanks and so on. Since Intuition's gift you're not able to use, so you're left with two choices. A, do you go into mythic dungeons and with a tank and put it on group loot and try to get one of these trinkets? Do you use Sandman's Pouch but crystals up every minute and a half, or you do like I do and just get a retarded amount of crit? So if you notice what I did, I've got crit on every piece. I don't even have a 4 set. I just have crit, and I have mythic shoulders, but I can't wear them because I can't lose the 100 crit, you know, that I have this over the other one. So I'll show you the other shoulders. The shoulders are right here, but they only have 155 crit, and these have 226 with a socket. So, you know, again, crit, no crit on this, but crit is an enchant, crit, and socket crit. You know, I'm using this heroic when I have mythic ones because of the crit. I got crit here, I got crit here. You know, I'm even using Iron Reaver Piston with a socket because it's almost 500 crit. So if you notice, everything, every gem, every enchant, even my weapon enchant is all crit. What does that leave you with? It leaves you with, let's make sure I got a flask. Once the food comes in, it leaves me just slightly under 62% crit. You need 62% to pretty much get a guarantee into the crystal. So because the trick with fire, you need 3 pyros into the crystal amongst all your others. Double Dragon's Breath, 2 stacks of Blast Wave into the crystal under ring, and it's an insane amount of damage. So currently, to get a guarantee, I use the weapon enchant proc. As long as that's procced, I know with the almost 62% I have that I'm guaranteed 3 pyros into the crystal. So I play that game. Now, if I could get just 100 more crit, I wouldn't even have to worry about it. What do I get by doing that over Mastery and a Sandman's Pouch? I get the ability to use the crystal whenever I feel like it, instead of, oh, the trinket proc, oh crap, I better figure out how I can use the crystal right now. Instead, I get to use it. What else do I gain? I gain 30 seconds. Sandman's Pouch is on a 2-minute internal global cooldown, but crystal is only on a minute and a half. So I get a minute and a half crystal. So if that just became one more crystal a fight, then my way becomes equal or better. So people might argue this. It works out phenomenally. So I really recommend everyone does it. But, you know, you're not going to get a 4 set. You're going to have to drop it because all the extra crit you must have. And in some cases, like mine, I have to use some heroic pieces because I don't have the mythic counterpart yet. Granted, we're not that far in the guild that this particular tune is in, where some of the pieces drop. So there's that to look forward to. And also, if I had the Gorfine Staff, you know, it would help me out a lot because my mastery is a little bit low. So my stats look like I have 4,051 crit, and I have 2,453 mastery. Granted, I don't have a mastery buff on me, and I almost have no haste. I almost have no multi-strike. I pretty much just have crit and mastery. So that's where I'm at. All right, so for numbers, let's get this thing going. All right, so same thing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pre-pot since this is a test, and since I am a mage, I might as well just blow lust. I'm going to pre-pot ring, blow lust, drop crystal, 3 pyros into the crystal, 2 dragon's breath into the crystal, and as I'm backing up, 2 blast waves into the crystal to continue my rotation. And every time dragon breath comes off cooldown, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to do my thing. So the first thing that you're going to do, if this was a raid pull, is you would pre-pot at 5 seconds, start casting pyroblast. Use that as because it has a slightly higher crit chance. So I'm going to get a little closer for dragon's breath when I'm ready. So it's going to look like this. This is like a raid pull. So pre-pot, dragon's breath. You need a heating up and a pyro. So I'm going to IB. I got the 2. I'm going to drop crystal. I got my weapon enchant proc. You notice that? So 1, 2, 3. Combust. Dragon's breath. Second dragon's breath. Oh, I forgot my fucking ring. Well, that's how you would do it. Plus you would have ring. And also I didn't blow lust at all. But anyway, so that's without all that. And you notice that even on trained dummy, I'm doing 140 something K. It would have been significantly higher if I blew ring and blew lust, but I'm an idiot. I'll do it on the next one. It's a 5-minute thing, so I'd only been, well, I'm going to lose a ring ultimately. Oh, that sucks. Oh yeah, don't do that. Definitely. But that's an example. If you couldn't control ring because the melee are, then that's or if you weren't blowing lust at that time, that's about how the open. Is Humphrey. Allow me to get a little comfort. Subscribe or I'll bump thee. What? You Donald Trump, man? I can chop my arm off and hit you with the stompy.